30 years later, they're in such a high position and making millions of dollars. So, I just kind of want to strive to be as successful as I can wherever it is. Not to bash anyone in the industry, but it takes a while for you to get a big break there. Like, you got to wait till you're 40, 45, till you start making, like, real big boy money. Too, I jumped 6'1".
Wow.
So I can jump over myself. Well, could. Not anymore. What about the, would you get booed back in the day? Like, that was the best, dude.
That was so...
Like, that brings me back, bro.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Big Man's Cabana Podcast. I'm your host, Matthew J. Lepore, and I am on with a good friend of mine. And like I said before, after I fucked up something, good friend of mine, Vincent Tulli. I've gotten the pleasure to know you for the past, 2-3 years almost now?
2 years, yeah.
And, you asked me the other day, as I already said before, or rerun it all. You're like, dude, I should be on. And I'm like, dude, are you for real? And you're like, yeah.
I was offended because I see all these Creekside people on there, and I wasn't on yet. I was like, dude, what the heck? Like,
yeah. I mean, like I said, I like sometimes like for people like it's weird. Like they've never done something like this. They've only seen it with like the big names like Joe Rogan or like Theo Von or things like that, which I fucking love.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you have a following, so it's like it's different. It's not like it's just you have like 100 people listening. You know what I mean? So.
They have just it's insane. And what the funny thing is I didn't realize, and like because you said you were getting into radio, like how much stuff goes into all this. Mm-hmm. Like it's absolutely insane.
The equipment by itself is crazy. When you see a board, when you have to run a board, it's like wow. It's a lot harder than you think it is. You think you're just talking, but it's not.
And I have a small board too.
Yeah.
I only have a 6-channel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys have like what 100.
I mean, it's Temple University, so I don't. Yeah.
So you are over at Temple, and you graduate in December of this year, 2023.
Yeah. I graduate in December of 2023. Kind of messed around a little bit, which is why I have to do another semester. But
it's fine.
Not everyone finishes in 4 years, but it's been good.
That's actually a thing recently that past couple years they've been saying most students like are doing 5 and 5.5 years.
Yeah. If it's not for grad school or anything, I mean, I know a lot of people that are just doing 5th years because they don't feel like taking a lot of courses during
exactly.
Throughout. But it's been good. I was at Temple for all 4 years. This time I'm only taking 1 class in person and 3 online, so it's like I'm just gonna commute down because nice. I don't have to live down there for 1 class.
That makes
twice
a
week. Yeah.
So leaving high school, what was the big decision to go to Temple?
Well, it was I went in originally for journalism and communications.
Nice,
because I wanted to be in sports broadcasting, and the biggest school for that is Syracuse.
Okay,
and I actually got into Syracuse in that major.
Wow,
so I was like,
nice, dude.
Okay. That's number 1 right now. And then I went to visit in September.
Okay.
Like mid-September. Think about that. So nice, beautiful weather around here. I went up there. It was snowing in mid-September. Snowing. Like not like little foo-foo snow. No. It was like
packed in.
Yeah, like packed inches. In. Like it was bad going back on the way home.
What
like
year
had
was
to
this?
Stop. I guess it was 2018. Yeah, 2018. Fall of 2018. Like my senior year. And I was like,
senior too.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't know if this is, for me, just because I didn't really know anyone going there. So then it kind of came down to Penn State and Temple, because both have really good programs in it.
Yeah,
and literally the final factor was my best friend from high school got into Temple, and he was like, I'm going to Temple. So I was like, all right, well, I mean, if that's not a sign, then.
Dude, Temple's a great school, and like we were talking about before, like off air, like with Ray Dunn, I got to know him really well in high school, and like you see what he's done. It's fantastic, dude.
I mean, so many big time sports reporters and names have come out of Temple, like Mel Reese from the Eagles, Kevin Nagandi.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Kevin Nagandi went to Temple. He also went to Phoenixville.
Really?
Yeah, he went to
Phoenixville.
I had no
clue.
Yeah.
Oh man, local boy, huh?
Local boy. I mean, there's just Ray Didinger, the GOAT. Love Ray Diddy. I had the pleasure of meeting him.
He went to Temple?
He went to Temple.
Dude, I did not
know
this.
All these big-time Philly names went to Temple, and Ray Dunn's one of them now. Shout out to Ray Dunn. I love Ray Dunn.
He's awesome.
Killing it at 97.5.
Yeah, dude. Good for you, man. And that's one of the things, too, is, like, all these guys, that do all this kind of stuff, like, they were one of the ones that really were like, oh, I should start a podcast. I should do something.
Yeah.
Because I was doing one with my friend, then I was looking what Ray was doing, what Ronan was doing, and I'm like, dude, like, why don't I do it? Like I can learn.
You got the personality for it.
Oh, thanks, man.
No problem, dude.
But no, dude, it's so you kind of followed in the same path. So you were communications and what was it again?
Journalism.
Journalism.
Yeah.
So how long did you do that, and did you end up switching, or what was kind of going on?
So
with
I've
that?
kind of transitioned to a sales and trading role now.
Nice.
So I kind of learned last summer. I was interning at Fox Sports for like their radio station in Bala Cynwyd, right near 97.5.
Wow.
And so I was interning there. That was a great experience. And then I interned at 97.3 ESPN in Jersey. Again, great experience. But I realized, like, kind of going into it, not to bash anyone in the industry, but it takes a while for you to get a big break there. Like, you got to wait till you're 40, 45, till you start making, like, real big boy money. So I kind of looked at it as, like, I don't want to wait till then. If I can just get a sales or a trading role in a sports franchise and make that money going out of college.
Yeah.
Plus, I kind of thought I want to work for a sports franchise now.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys that are, Dave Dombrowski of the Phillies, a lot of higher ups like presidents and general managers, they start in that role and then they literally make their way up. And 30 years later, they're in such a high position and making millions of dollars. So, I just kind of want to strive to be as successful as I can wherever it is.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Jeez, man, I didn't know it was like that.
Yeah. it was really eye-opening. And I'm glad that I had that, I was able to see that.
Yeah.
And see, like, okay, like, sure, it's something that you want to do. It's something that you love doing. It was a dream since I was 12 years old. I wanted to be in sports broadcasting. But then, you see kind of the background of it. And it's like,
it's hard, dude.
Yeah.
Especially coming out of college, too, and how expensive it is nowadays.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like how...
Got bills to pay, man.
Trust me, I know.
Yeah.
I know. See, that is the one thing that I've definitely noticed nowadays is people either in college, professors, or people out of college, they always say that. It's like how this college scene is like a scam almost because people will come out with like 100 and like they're allowing kids to come out with like 200, 100K in debt. And it's like, hey, go get a job, have the degree,
There are a lot of majors in college that you should not be paying for.
I agree.
Like, why am I paying for history since 1884?
Yeah.
Like, can
Ouch.
you explain that to me?
Ouch.
Well, what are you, a history major?
That was it.
Well, I mean,
I'm just joking,
it's like it's a generative. Like, I don't really care.
No, I totally get it. So my mine was also secondary ed. But I'm just giving you shit.
Yeah, unless if you're like, I think in healthcare or like a lawyer.
I agree.
It's literally just for you to have a piece of paper that says that I graduated from college.
Same thing with
college is a scam, kids. Don't go.
Stay in school, kids. But for real, like they're saying that a lot nowadays, and it's funny to look back because I'm like, oh man, should I have done that? And it's things like where a lot of my buddies get into construction or whatever it is, and or
it's a big
they'll
moneymaker.
Oh, yeah. Dude, they're making easily
a lot of money.
150. Straight out of high school, and the thing is, well, maybe not right out, but like a year or two. And it's like even people who don't even go into that kind of industry where it's like, yo, but I mean, it's a give and take. So now going to finish in your December, what is your official major?
It's still in communications.
Still communications.
Yeah. Still in communications,
Okay.
but I've kind of transitioned into like the sales and trading role. I've just been applying to a bunch of different places. I've been talking to a bunch of different places, so hopefully I can get a job starting in January.
Yeah.
But we will see. So.
Oh man, so where are you looking at?
So I've been talking with the New York Knicks,
Nice,
Philadelphia Union, the New Jersey Devils, and the Philadelphia 76ers.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So say the Knicks come back and like, yo, Vince, we want you.
Well, that. I think they're the main one, just because it's like if you're working at Madison Square Garden, especially like right out of college, why wouldn't you do that? I mean, granted, obviously as a Philly boy, would I love to work for the Sixers? Obviously.
Yeah.
Would I like to work for the Union? Not so much. I don't like soccer, but it was there, so it was an opportunity. And then same thing with the Devils. I like hockey, and Harris Blitzer is actually the owner of the Sixers and the Devils, and they just bought the Commanders from Snyder.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, now he owns the Commanders too. But and the Commanders actually I was talking to, and now they're under new management. under the same guy. So it's like all three teams kind of.
So going into those teams, so what would you be doing specifically?
So it would be inside sales and trading, which is just, you're selling anything that you can sell for the team, you'll be selling, and then trading, you'll be trading like stocks and stuff for the specific team, not like the NBA or the NFL or whatever it is. It would be you're trading, stocks for the team.
So if I wanted to buy a T-shirt,
yeah,
I would be buying a T-shirt from you.
Essentially, yes.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. It's mostly a lot of it is like parking passes, ticket sales, box sales. Yeah, and when teams are good and successful, the reason why the Knicks is so attractive is because no matter if they're good or bad, they have such a diehard fan base that people are going to go. So even if they're in the toilet, it's Madison Square Garden. Celebrities are going to be there.
Yeah.
Whereas Philly, love Philly to death, obviously. Sixers are my team. Let's not get this twisted. When the Sixers were in that process era where they were just horrible and winning 10 games per season, there was 2 people in the stadium. So it's like there's a big difference. If they're good or bad, there's still going to be a lot of...
So it makes sense to have someone that's constantly trading and working up the flow. That makes sense.
And football is so attractive, too, because it's like if your team can go 0-16, the place is still going to be sold out.
Yeah, so, that's a fact.
Because football is just... It's not even... It's in a different stratosphere from, the other major American sports.
Isn't that interesting, though?
It's crazy.
It is insane. Yeah. Even last night with the Phillies, the bar was going insane.
That was crazy last night, man. Trying to take a
no-hitter
Summer 2 final and watching the no-hitter, I was so stressed out. It was double stress.
Wait, wasn't it you who was like, yeah, I'm so stressed I had to come to Creek?
I literally had to go to Creekside last night to drink after because I was so stressed about the final and Michael Lorenzen. So came in for a beer or two. Shout out Daria.
Shout out Daria. Oh, Daria. But yeah, dude, it is cool to see the sports kind of kicking back into gear because sometimes I forget that like sports exist. Sometimes I'm so engulfed with work or the podcast or like even like competing where I'm just like, oh yeah, sports exist. You know what I'm saying? And that's where like Creekside kind of brings me back into it. I'm like, oh, I probably should pay attention to this. Or like or like a big game will come on and I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
So now transitioning into that. In the summers, you're working over at Landis Creek Golf Club, Creekside Sports Bar and Grill.
You'll love this bar, the old Creekside. The old Creekside.
So how'd you hear about the job?
So basically what it was, when I was at Temple, I went completely broke junior year, very early on junior year. So I finished my summer job going into my junior year of college. And then probably a month in, I spent all of my money. It wasn't a lot to begin with.
Oh, okay.
So what I had was gone within like the first month.
Oh, shit, dude.
So I was like, damn, I need a job.
Yeah.
So I walked in to one of our campus bars. I was like, hey, can I apply to be a bartender here? And the guy was like, do you have any bartending experience? I was like, no. He was like, have you worked in restaurants before? I was like, yeah, well, I was the assistant manager to a pizza restaurant. So he was like, do you watch football? I was like, yeah. He was like, who do you think I should take first overall in my fantasy draft? I was like, it's got to be so-and-so.
Yeah.
CMC, whatever. He was like, I like you. Give me your number. I'll call you in a couple days. I was like, all right, cool. So I get a call from this number. And it's him. He's like, hey, I can have you come in as a bar back and, make cash. And then, yeah. So then I went in as a bar back, and I was bar backing for the first semester. And then second semester, I started training as a bartender, and I started bartending, and I liked it. So then my dad plays at the Creekside, his band.
Who's your dad?
Steve Tulli, Junkyard Band. Yeah. So he
Did
plays
not know that.
Yeah.
Until this moment.
Yeah. So going into the summer, I was like, all right, well, I kind of need a summer job now.
Yeah.
And this was last summer. And he was like, let me hit up Brian Lutz because, Creekside, I play there.
Place, yeah.
So I go in and I walk in and I'm like, is Brian here? Which,
Can imagine how well that went.
So whoever was bartending that day, I forget who it was, goes in the back, and then Cody comes out. That was the first time I ever saw or met Cody. And I sit down, and we start talking, and we bonded over, high school sports, playing football. And he was like, yeah. Let me give you a call in a couple days, and you can start. And I trained, and ever since then, I've been there for the last 2 summers. So, but I will say it's been like kind of an ego boost that the only guy kind of behind the bar.
You were, I think, were you here when Chris was here?
No. So Chris just left when I came in.
Yeah.
And then Scotty, he worked like 1 shift last year.
Dude, Scotty was the shit, dude.
Yeah, I love Scotty.
Scotty used to, and I'm not joking or exaggerating when I say this, he used to bring in like 100 people.
Oh, yeah.
Like people would
look at him. He brings in 100 people and he's drinking because he's there every day drinking.
I know.
So, like.
Well, it was insane, dude, because I bar backed for him for years.
Yeah.
For like a year or two. And people would only sit in the outside bar because Scotty would work the outside bar.
Scotty is fucking awesome.
Scotty Press, dude.
Yeah.
Shout out Scotty Press.
Yeah.
He's great, dude. Oh, and he used to give me so much money. Like if my tip out, whatever, like it was supposed to be like $60, $70.
Yeah.
Outside for the outside bar, he'd be like, "Dude, you did a great job tonight. Here's another 80." Like, what?
That's so nice.
He goes, "Yeah, dude, I made like however much. Like, take it. Like, you did a great job. Like, thanks, man."
Can I rant for a second about what I think is the dumbest thing?
Please.
Okay. At Creekside, right?
Okay.
Real quick. You're a man of the kitchen.
Yeah.
You make the food for me,
I do.
right? Okay. Riddle me this one.
Okay.
When I'm working outside on Fridays, right? And I have 2 orders come out to me, like chicken tenders and mozzarella sticks the whole night. And Cody brings out the food one of the 2 times and a food runner brings it out the other time. Why in the fuck am I paying the food runner $10? I don't care about the $10, but I'm like, really? For one thing? Like, come on.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Well, see, we get so many orders. I don't even pay attention to that.
And I got mad at Anthony because he's the one that has to always come and ask, and you know how Anthony is. So I'm already always mad at him. And I started like, I'm like, what are you talking about? It's just a dumb
Bring it up to Cody.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I would do.
F you, Cody.
I personally wouldn't even have them. I would like if I'm putting 2 things out and like they're not even getting ran to me. I'd be like, dude.
That's what I mean. I mean, sure, obviously, if it's like a lot, which I've had a lot sometimes when I'm out there, and I'll have a lot of food come out. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'll pay you more than $10.
Yeah.
But when it's one time, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I get it, dude. And there's been a lot of that debate. Plus, like, sometimes they'll have them come in on like a Monday or Tuesday.
Oh yeah.
And I send them home.
Just dumb.
I tell Gordon all the time, like, dude, if they're there, bro, just send them home.
Yeah. But I love bartending. I do. It's
You're very good at it too. It's not what I've heard. I've heard very good things, especially from Cody.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I like to mess around with them and be like, I don't care, but I do. I like the place.
Yeah, it is the restaurant business and things like this. It's hard in the sense where it's like you have to care for a certain amount, but then you also have to not give a fuck.
Yeah, I know. Like what?
I can see it on your face.
Yeah. So there's 2 very different aspects of what I've done so far.
Sure.
I've worked at a college bar, the most popular college bar on campus, where it's just a bunch of drunk idiots.
Oh no, yeah, it's like Villanova with Kelly's.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you have to deal with them, and the difference is at that job, all of the bartenders would be just as hammered as the kids. Because,
really?
Oh yeah. Because that's how you have to cope with it. You can't. In that situation where it's all college kids, and they're getting like $50 worth of stuff and tipping you $2, you have to be like obliterated to deal with that. Whereas, if going from that to Creekside for the first summer, where it's like, nice little place, you have regulars, it's all adults, they tip nice, you got to like change your act up real quick.
Yeah.
So it's two very different spectrums of, everything.
See, that's what I've heard too. Is like, when I talked to Daria, the one bartender, shout out Daria. I'm like, well, why don't we like find a way to get like younger people in here? She goes, no. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I feel like there'd be a lot more business from a person from the back of the house. And I bar backed for years, but I understand a decent amount of that side. But I didn't understand the difference because I always tipped well because I understood. Because from a young age, I always worked there.
I was always the same way.
So
I was
I
in
always
the same situation.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's like if you're a good bartender, like even if it's you at Crease getting me a beer, I'm gonna tip you probably like $3 on a single beer.
1,000%. Yeah. Like, I feel like now it'll be different because if you have college kids, which sometimes we do, like we have some college kids come in, and I think they know that they're not in a environment where it's I'm blacking out, because it's not college, and maybe not, but
you and I have had our nights.
Yeah. Basically what I'm saying is they go into, not all people are dicks.
Yeah.
Like they'll come to Creekside and still tip nice because it's a nice place.
It is a nice place.
It's not a college bar.
Yes.
The point I'm trying to make is.
Well, see, the thing is I didn't go to a lot of bars in college just for that. It wasn't until I started heading up to Villanova with my best friend Ben, and we go to like Flips, or we go to like Kelly's. I don't know if you've ever been to Kelly's at Villanova. It's a 3-deck bar.
I'm trying to think of the one that my dad would always say because he went to Villanova.
Okay.
So we grew up Nova fans. Like when Temple would play Villanova, and I would be wearing Villanova clothes. Yeah. I'm trying to think of the place that he would always take us. I don't know, but I've heard of Kelly's. I have heard of Kelly's. I've never been like. I was never at Villanova to visit when I was at Temple, but growing up, I was always there because of basketball and stuff. So,
that makes sense. Yeah. Dude, their basketball there is insane. It is absolutely insane.
It's literally like football at Alabama.
It is.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
I did it was like a leadership conference or something like that back in high school. Springford. And they just won, I think, back in, it was like
2018 or 2016.
2016, I think, or something like that. And it's all they talked about. Nothing about like anything else. They're like, oh, yes, we just won. Like,
won a national title. That's a huge deal.
It is a huge deal.
That is a huge deal.
But they're like, oh, yeah, national title. I'm like, that's great. And I don't follow basketball that time.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't give a single fuck.
You don't do the March Madness? You don't do the brackets?
I mean, now I do.
Oh, okay.
But years ago, when I was in high school, I did not care. I didn't watch a lick of football.
Wow, really?
Yeah. You know how much football I played? You know how much film I had to watch?
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
To be like the All-State and all that kind of stuff. Like, I never did it. I did not want to watch football. On Sundays, we used to like watch film. I'm like, why do I want to sit and watch more football?
That's crazy.
I hated football. If I could go back in time, I wouldn't play.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I tried to quit.
You're damn good at it.
I was okay.
I mean, look at the kid. Look at him.
Stop.
Look at the man's build.
Look at him. Anyways, but so you played in high school, right?
Yeah.
Now, where'd you go again?
PGP.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Okay. I was more of basketball, baseball, track.
He said, I'm sorry to hear that. He said, okay. You've heard that a lot, haven't you?
Yeah, it's so annoying. It's just like, it's literally just the same as every other high school, except we have a theology class. Congratulations. We're the same as you guys. We're in the same conference. Whatever.
It's high school. Who gives a fuck now?
Yeah, exactly.
We're better. It's fine.
Yeah. Battle of Rofo, whatever. Don't worry about it or anything.
But no, dude, yeah. So you played. So you did track then, right?
Yes.
Oh, nice. Did you? I'm guessing you ran.
So I did, freshman and sophomore year, and then I did baseball junior and senior year.
Oh shit.
But my big event was high jump, and I, not to brag, have the second overall. Yeah, I don't have the record for highest jump, but it's second overall. And you know who has the highest jump?
Who?
It's my next door neighbor, my best friend, his older brother.
How
so
does that make you feel?
It's so annoying. Yeah, I gotta be like,
be as good as him.
And you know what? It's by 1 inch too.
1 inch is a lot.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
Yeah. He jumped 6'2", I jumped 6'1".
Wow.
So I can jump over myself. Well, not anymore.
6'1"?
6'1", yeah.
Wow.
That was my prime. That was peak athletic Vince Tulli.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's actually really fucking impressive.
I appreciate that. I also threw javelin for a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That was fun. Just throwing a spear.
Funny story. I actually knocked myself out with a javelin.
Really?
I was out for like a solid 4 seconds.
How did you do that?
I was taking it. So I didn't understand how to do it, but like I threw shot and like discus. Like, how hard throwing a spear, right? I just call it a spear.
It is hard, man.
And yeah, it's very technical, but I held it like this.
Yeah.
And I just yoinked it. And then it vibrated in my hand, back of my head. I went down.
Yeah.
I was a laughing stock for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the main sport was basketball. I was so big. Big basketball. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you still play now or no?
I do.
Oh.
I go out and, we've done leagues before now. It's
Okay.
weird because it's like men's league, so you're playing against like 40-year-old men. So it's
Okay.
a lot different from.
How is that? Are they like competitive?
So it's funny. Some dudes are like actually pretty good and
Okay.
like take it very serious, and then other dudes, it's like,
Why are you playing?
yeah,
this sport?
have you ever touched a basketball in your life? Like, what are you doing?
You can sign up for. So can you just randomly sign up for a league and that's
Yeah.
how it goes?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Really?
Any men's league, yeah. Just gotta pay the money and.
You don't have to be good or anything.
No. It's not like skill based. It's just you go out and play, and usually we're good because it's
Yeah.
a bunch of guys that played basketball in high school and some in college. So
Wow,
it's
you
like,
gotta relive the glory days.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess so.
Dude, there's one thing that I know I've probably said this before, but like that's one thing that I will never do in my entire life is like sit down and like go to a high school football game or go to like brag about no.
I'll go when I have kids and they,
Yes.
or if there's like, I don't know, a reunion game or something like that, or
Yeah.
that's I wouldn't just go to go.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
There's a lot of people that I used to be friends with. I'll tell you who it is afterwards. They'll go, and I'm like, dude,
Like it's like a reliving of, this is my prime, and it's like, really?
dude, because I can't watch those movies because it's like, oh, look at this popular guy. Oh, he was so cool in high school, and now he only talks about like he gets made fun of in the movie. Is like, just lives in the glory days.
Those TikToks are hilarious, though.
And I can't watch them. I'm like, I don't want to. Like,
I know these people.
I know these people too, and I look at them and I'm like, dude, grow up.
Yeah, it's crazy.
We're all done college. That is my worst fear, is to become one of when I.
No, you won't.
I don't think I
if
will.
you're not doing it now, you're not gonna do it.
It was almost, that's why I turned so hard left on it.
Like when, for example, I'm helping Anthony coach this 10 and under football team. When Anthony started, like, he introduced me and told them like my athletic background. I was like almost like squeamish.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, ew.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was like, stop.
Yeah.
I was like, stop. But you
don't have to keep
Oh,
talking
you.
about when I have the second best record in the high jump. It's fine.
I know I was like a 4-sport athlete or whatever, but don't worry about it.
You can keep talking, but I won't stop it.
Keep talking.
So how is that coaching? Do you like it?
I do.
Yeah.
Oh, we have practice tonight.
Oh shit.
The coaching staff is awesome.
Yeah, that's what I heard from you.
All the guys are great. The kids, listen, personally, not to sound creepy, I love kids. Like, especially,
It's not creepy.
this is going to sound weird now. Like,
Dude, I used to coach. I had my whole
from like the
coach
age
math
range
thing.
of like 9 to like 12-year-old, like, wow, this sounds really bad. Like 9 to 12-year-old boys, like that's the peak of like you're having fun with your friends. Like you're actually going outside and doing stuff.
that's
You know what I
not weird
mean?
at all. No,
like,
no.
When you were 9 to 12, like 9 to 13, wasn't that the most fun you would ever have?
No, it was.
Just going out with your boys and like fucking around, playing
Ride your
football.
bikes,
Yeah, exactly.
doing shit,
Playing
yeah.
wiffle ball, kickball, all that stuff. And that's the age range that they're at. I'm like, I'm so jealous of you right now.
No,
you know?
dude, I coached. I coached him for I think like two almost 3 years.
Yeah.
Shout out Chris Fisher. For Springford, I
Yeah.
did their youth league, and I saw my coach little Matt plaque, and it was cool to see like that age range. Like they're all hanging out,
Exactly.
and I'm like, dude, this is so cool.
Yeah.
And it does sound like because I used to work at South Elementary and Springford when I was.
Oh, no way.
So like I was like an assistant group soup for the Y, so I would overwork the kids, and I'm like I'd look at the kids over at the middle school, and I'm like, you guys have no idea how good. You guys
Yeah. Like, don't grow up.
Don't grow up.
Do not do it. Life sucks.
Yeah, they're like they're like 10, 11, 12, and I'm like,
So jealous, man.
go,
Yeah.
have fun.
It's crazy.
I'm like, dude, play all the dodgeball you can. Like,
They don't and they always say, "Oh, you don't want to grow up." Well, now we're in that stage and it's like, fuck.
I grew up.
Yeah, I'm like, I really grew up.
I gotta pay a car payment.
Yeah.
Gotta pay insurance.
I have to graduate college and like get a job and do this real world stuff. I have to get an apartment soon. Like,
yeah, dude.
yeah. But no, all the kids are really awesome.
Yeah.
All good kids. We got some talent, man. We got some talent on the team.
You guys gonna be studs?
Hopefully.
This is lower perk or upper perk?
Lower perk.
Lower perk.
Yeah. And I mean, I grew up playing for Springford, so, going to lower perk to coach is a little bit of a little weird.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Is it the Longhorns, right?
Yeah, I think it's PV. I think it's like the PV like youth league.
It's down the street. Take 113.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's right there. Yeah.
The VFW.
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly.
I used to. So funny enough, I used to play for them when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have a youth league at Springford yet.
Really?
Yeah, we didn't. I was one of the first groups to ever have that installed.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Because I started playing football in 3rd grade, and that was for Springford, like youth athletic league. James Mullen, do you know him?
I do know
His dad was my coach.
He's
Great
a good
guy. Great
James
guy.
is a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Nick Dell was on that team.
Nick, he was
Nick
on
Dell
that
was on that
site.
team. I know.
I love.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I grew up with a lot of these guys.
Yeah.
Not so much Mr. Mullen himself,
Yeah.
but like Nick Dell, Uba,
Oh yeah, all those guys.
T. Smith. He's a good friend of mine.
Love T. Smith.
Yeah. Big game. James Begg.
Big game. Love the Begg family.
they're
I
amazing.
played basketball with James from 5th grade till end of high school,
He's a
like
nice guy.
AAU. Yeah, his
used-
dad was my coach for a while. Great
Really?
guy. Oh yeah, Mr. Begg's awesome. He's a good coach too. Very
Really?
knowledgeable. 1000%.
Dude, they're all great.
Yeah.
I used to work with his mom.
Yeah.
So yeah, dude, they're all fantastic. I
Mhm.
really do love them all. They're a good group of kids.
Yeah.
I
Good
have to
family.
say.
Good family.
Good family.
Good
Good people.
family.
Go you guys. So how do you like coaching over there? Like it is like it's a
good.
pretty big area too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. So I'm in charge of wide receivers and linebackers because
Oh, man.
that's what I played. We're starting pads this week, so now it's hitting time. We're gonna see who's like actually built for this compared to you can catch a ball, but can you do it in pads? Can you can you hit someone?
Yeah.
Are you aggressive? This is a big week for us to kind of figure out who's who.
Do the kids still weigh in? Is that still a thing?
No,
Really?
no,
I can never make weight.
no. I don't think they do the weigh-ins.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you do that?
I don't think I did that.
I remember very distinctly like getting on scales.
I don't remember that.
Really?
Yeah. Might have just been you, because you were probably as
I was
big
fat.
as you are now. Yeah.
No, I looked so different too.
Really?
I looked like fat.
Well, you look very handsome now. So
Thanks, man, I appreciate it. No, you didn't get on scales.
I'd have to do that now.
Am I crazy?
I think maybe because I was position player. I don't know.
No, everyone had to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was
I
it
never
was
had
it
to
was
do
a whole
that.
team. They
When you were little?
Yeah, I was in like 4th grade.
Yeah, dude. I never had to do that. Huh? Yeah. Weird.
What? We're talking about the same place, right? Lower Brook and Longhorns, right
I
down
d-
the street
I-
on 113.
Yes. Yeah. The
Oh,
kids
man.
I'm coaching, they're not doing weigh-ins.
I remember when I was younger, we used to do weigh-ins. Didn't we graduate? You graduated in 2018, right?
2019.
29. Okay, so
Yeah.
I was a year older than you.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
Cody's grade.
Sorry to hear that.
I know.
Do you know how weird that was? To be so close with Cody and everything like that.
And then he starts like bossing you around.
No.
Oh.
No, not as like not as like the job, but I'm saying like being done with school, college, everything like that, going in there, and he's still in high school.
That is weird.
Like it was weird because like you guys were still like in class, but we would
Yeah.
be done class like say 12
Yeah.
o'clock or whatever it
Exactly.
is, and then we're gonna all go get day drunk at someone's house or go
Yeah.
to like a dorm, whatever it is. And he's like, "Oh guys, I'm done school now." I'm like, dude, go
Like,
fuck
yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
It's like,
Don't you have detention, nerd? Like, shut up. Shut your fucking mouth.
we'd be like wine drunk on a Wednesday in fucking Villanova.
That's
And
crazy.
he's like,
Hey, what are you guys doing? Wanna play some board games? Shut up, Cody.
"Oh, bro, do you ever see what Cody used to look like?"
Oh yeah, he was fat.
No, but he was
He showed me a picture the other day.
yeah, dude, he looks so different now too.
Let's just make this into a shit on Cody.
Should we just do
Fine.
it?
Yeah, for the next 20 minutes. This segment is brought to you by shitting on Cody.
Nah, I love.
No,
Cody.
I love
he.
Cody
He,
to
he
death.
is a good kid.
He's a great guy. I love
he
Cody.
Is, he is. He works hard too.
Yeah, and he helped. He gave me a job.
Yeah.
He didn't have to do that. He probably looked. He was like,
Who
look
the
at this
fuck's this?
idiot from a college bar. Like, I'm not taking him here.
Well, dude, you do really do a good job there.
I appreciate that. Thank
People
you.
really do talk really well about you,
Thank
especially Daria and like all
Well,
that.
yeah, I mean,
Oh, Daria.
yeah.
I need it. Yeah. Dude.
I think I have a pretty good personality, so I get along with people very well.
No, not really.
No, all right.
I'm just joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I am joking. I'm sorry.
No, so I feel like, and I've always been good with adults, so like
Yeah.
I can talk to them about whatever, and it's fun. It's it's such a different vibe from college kids to adults.
So how'd you talk to college kids at the bar?
What do you want? Or I would, if they were hit on me, I would just hit on them back.
Okay.
College girls. But dudes, I would be like, dude, come on. Like, very impatient.
Yeah.
Compared to here, it's, hey, what can I get for you? Like, stupid, like, fake. Can I get you another one? Shut up.
I feel bad because I'm so impatient with that. I'm not allowed to talk to customers anymore.
I can see that. Because there's sometimes, you're such a big, like, teddy bear, but sometimes I'll walk back into the kitchen to grab something, and you're in the middle of a rush, and he's like, it's like a different person. Like, pissed off, sweating, all red in the face.
Dude, it was funny because my, Christine, my girlfriend, I was like, listen, if you start working here, I'm preparing you.
Yeah.
You've seen me outside of like work. She goes, yeah, how you can't be that much different? You're a big teddy bear. You're my golden retriever.
Yeah,
like,
no.
Apparently that's what I'm called. And I warned her, I'm like, listen, I'm an asshole.
I would say though it's like 80-20. It's like 80% is
anger.
No. 80% is this Matt, the Matt we all know and love, and then 20% I'll be like, ooh, I'm not gonna get in his way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
did I ever tell you what happened with like the one woman with like, the cauliflower situation?
Yeah.
I did. Yeah.
And I the bar scene has made me not like people as much. I am a people person.
So am I.
And the regulars, obviously, I can get along with them, but there will just be some people, man, where they come in and I'm like, I want to just knock you out.
Isn't that a weird thing?
Mm-hmm.
So I do interviews. I love people. I really truly do.
Yeah.
But dude, sometimes that I found myself, I've caught in that like little web where it's like
Dude, the restaurant industry can piss you off. It can piss you off because you find out you learn a lot from it because you learn a lot of skills from it because learn to deal with people, time management, everything that you could possibly learn. You do working in a restaurant or bar. Yeah. It's and not a lot of it's good.
No. Isn't it insane though how much like bullshit we all kind of like? You in this industry you were just a shit eater. That's what they always say.
Yeah.
You just eat shit all the time.
Yeah.
And that's from like upper management.
You're
to
literally called
a
servant.
Yeah, you are.
You're
like,
a servant.
Yeah. And that goes for everyone. That goes for Camilla Cody, who's higher manager. Even like Jean. Like Jean's plenty of times she's hopped back there and worked the fryer.
Oh yeah.
She's awesome.
Jean was always. I love Jean.
I love Jean too. Don't get in her way. No. But if you're all good, then yeah.
I've seen her last year. She would be in the kitchen all the time,
dude. Oh, dude, she loves the kitchen.
Yeah,
she will kick you off the. She'll tell you to get the fuck out, and then guess what she'll do? She'll put a fucking apron on and she'll work. Show me another like owner who does that.
No, none.
Yeah, but they do talk very highly of you though.
Oh, I appreciate that.
They do. So, how do you think working in this bar scene is going to help you out with like your future endeavors?
Well, I mean, first off, communication is key. So communication with people at the bar can also reflect in situations in sales because you're going to have to be dealing with people either face-to-face or on the phone. Yeah. And it's going to be a lot of rejection. It really is. Sales is a hard thing, but you can't get discouraged because if you get discouraged and you're losing money, you have to not badger people, but it's also like, hey, what's up? Like, it's line to line to line to line. Like, you don't give up. If you get 10 no's in a row, you can't get mad about it.
Yeah.
Sure. But then you're going to get that one that says yes, and then they have season, box seats, and that's a big fat payment for you.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be hard.
Yeah.
But so is everything in life. And you just got to persevere through it. You know what I mean?
You have a great mindset for that, dude.
Yeah.
Now, how many people your age, like, I guess our age, I don't know what age, like I'm like 10 years old. But not many people have that kind of mindset. That's really good, especially in sales. That's a great mindset.
Because I don't want to stay in sales forever, obviously.
Yeah.
Within like the next 5 years, I want to move up to like a higher position. Because the end goal is to be like in the front office of a sports franchise and be making moves like, oh, we're trading this player for this player. Like, we're drafting him. Like that whole kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it makes sense.
So, just going to work and hopefully get there at one point.
Yeah, dude. That'd be great.
So, we'll see.
Yeah, no. So now kind of culminating in all of this. So, what after that, if you don't want to stay in sales, what are you looking to do in like, I don't know, 5 years?
If I don't stay in sales?
Yeah.
Anything in sports, really. I mean, my true love always was sports broadcasting.
Okay.
I always wanted to do it. I did radio and TV and, pre, post, and halftime shows for all the sports.
Oh, man.
So, I mean, I guess it would really depend. I mean, if I'm getting paid well, there's not going to be any reason why I would leave. Plus, it's, working for a franchise, which is something I've always wanted to do.
That's awesome.
Just be in that sports environment, working for a major league team, no matter what it is, NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL. Not the MLS, though, because soccer is a stupid sport.
Football.
Yeah, football, fake football. It's like the biggest sport in the world.
Dude, there was... See, you know what's funny is I didn't realize how big of soccer was until I left high school.
It is absurd.
It's actually insane.
Yeah.
People will storm the streets in third world countries.
Yeah.
And pack it. I'm like, what is this?
Do you watch It's Always Sunny? Or no?
No.
Okay. So it's my favorite show ever. And Rob McElhenney, who's in it, just bought Wrexham. It's a team in England with Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
And on Hulu, there's a documentary Welcome to Wrexham. And it's them, the process of them purchasing the team and all that. And they just won, their league, and they're getting promoted to a higher league. I've known nothing about soccer my whole life, and I learned more about soccer in this documentary in one season. Dude, it's actually really cool. It's just on Hulu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it was just pretty cool to see. And it's even a low bottom level, English team.
Yeah.
Has such a big fan support.
That's awesome.
In such a small little area.
Yeah,
and it's crazy, man.
I did not know.
People take it so serious.
I know. People I know people will get killed over bets.
Oh yeah.
They'll make bets and people will actually come after you.
Oh, 1,000%. Yeah.
I didn't know it was that deep. I guess in high school there were people that like soccer. And I'm like, "Oh, that's cool, Argentina, all this kind of stuff."
Yeah.
I didn't think much of it because in my head I'm like, well, I don't care about that. I've been in America, I'm just some stupid ass kid.
Apparently, American soccer sucks.
It does suck.
Apparently, we're just the worst ever.
Yeah, the women's team apparently is really good.
Not really. I mean, they just lost. That's what I'm talking about.
I know. The one girl, she missed the
Megan Rapinoe, I think that's her name.
Yeah, that's right. I won't get too political with that. But
yeah, no, I'll
yeah. Anyways,
Sue Bird, the greatest career of all time. Averages 11 points.
Yeah.
My butthole.
Yeah.
Oops. Sorry, guys.
Did you see, speaking of women's sports, did you see, did you know who Gideon is? Oh, please tell me you know who Gideon is.
I'm sure if I saw a clip, I would know.
He's an African-American man, funny as shit. He professional raw dogger.
Oh, that dude? Yeah. Okay.
He's banned from all WNBA games because he bought front row seat tickets and took a nap.
No way.
On one of the managers or the
No way.
Yeah. You can look this up.
That's crazy.
I'll put it up on the green screen for people out there who can see it.
Bill Burr did a really good bit on the WNBA.
Did he really?
Yeah, it was very solid.
It
was
you can butcher it. It's fine. I mean, I can always find it and put it.
No, it's basically just women are always oh, why don't we get paid the same as men, which I agree with in almost every job except, the WNBA, because all these women are oh, WNBA players should get paid more. It's well, they don't have money because no women are going to the games.
It's wild. The NBA funds WNBA.
Yeah. It's
that is one thing, not to get political, but I agree in any field aside from sports.
Yeah, exactly. Come on.
I think
women's soccer, sure, because they're so big. They're bigger than the men's soccer team.
Well, you know what's funny? They actually were. You can look. This is a fact. Yeah. This is not political. This is a fact. They were offered the same pay as the men, the same structure of pay, performance and base pay.
Yeah.
They were no, we want to get the same. We want to get a standard pay. And they said, sure, and you can look this up. This is all the facts are out there. This is not a political thing.
Yeah.
And they said we want a structured pay, whatever it is, not gameplay based performance.
Yeah.
That's what the men have. Guess what? They were killing it, and they're getting paid less than the men. Wow. And they wanted their contract back. They're no, you already signed this contract.
I think. Don't get me wrong. In every profession other than sports, it should be same as men. But if the WNBA became as big as the NBA, sure, pay them as much as you want.
Pay them a
but
fuck
the
ton.
thing is, it's not. It's not. And if any women's sport becomes as big as a men's league or like a professional men's sport,
pay them
more.
Pay them
like
buku bucks.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
But if there's no people going to these events and no one's viewing them on TV, how do you expect to get paid as much?
The way that I always put it is like, let's just say you and Daria, right?
Yeah.
Just based off of just skill, right?
No, Daria should probably make 10 times more than me.
And but that's what I'm saying is like,
1,000%.
and this is nothing against you. I'm just using it as an analogy. Daria serves better. She's better management, better whatever it is, and she gets more tips than you. And you guys don't have a till where you split, and then you make say $50. She makes $200.
Yeah.
That's not because you're a man or because you're not a man or whatever it is. She's just better than you.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? And it's just how it is, and it's like performance-based play.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm probably gonna get canceled for saying something like that, but
yeah, I'm kind of nervous now too.
no, you shouldn't be.
Right.
No, because I think I took it off you.
All right. Yeah,
You'll
I
be fine, I
think I
made
made a good point.
No, and
Yeah,
everything you
solid
said is a
points.
fact.
That's
So
what.
you can't
Thank
be-
you. Yeah, I was like,
Yeah, the only reason
it's not like I'm just talking out my ass like, oh, Bartending. Like, no.
Well, dude,
it's true.
You did see what happened with me on the other podcast page. I showed you the video.
Oh yeah, when I commented on it on TikTok, I was like, this is egregious.
I was like, fuck you. And then I found out like there were like 100 more comments. I'm like, these are my friends. And they're DM me. They go, hey man, I agree with you, but I thought it'd be funny to play along. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, you're feeding the algorithm. Stop.
The funniest thing was Matt getting like, I don't even know what the topic was, and he shows me this clip, and all these comments are like going at Matt. So now I'm like, hang on, I got you. And I tell him, I'm like,
front of me.
yeah, I was like, this is egregious, and then I said some not so nice things on there, and it was just funny, just feeding into it, just going at
Dude.
Matt.
Oh my god, dude! I said, I think everyone at one point should own a gun, but if you don't want to, that's fine. That's the beautiful thing about America. If you don't want to, you don't have to. That's great. That's literally almost what I said, word for word. And apparently, that's wrong. So I was like, ah,
You're a piece of shit, dude.
I know.
Honestly,
Sorry, I'll do better.
I hope you get canceled again,
Oh god!
just from that.
I think I got canceled twice. I forget what the other
Damn.
one was.
Damn.
It was something stupid. But my buddy Gavin's like, he goes, I made the same point earlier. Why didn't like we post that one? I'm like, I don't know. I thought like, and then I posted it, and I'm like, all right, I'll just go fuck myself.
I mean, what are you gonna do, right?
Well, I mean, I could just not get canceled.
Yeah, no, that's not fun.
I mean,
That's not fun.
It wasn't that bad. There were years ago.
Yeah.
I was dating this girl.
Yeah.
2.5 years, and the breakup at first was good. Then it was really messy.
Mhm.
And like, remember that whole Gabby Petito thing? The girl in Colorado.
Yes. Yeah.
So her mom, not Gabby Petito's mom,
Yeah.
but the girl's mom, hated me. They all hated me. They all hate my guts, except for the father, but he was pretty cool. I like him, but they hated me. I mean, my guts hated the fuck out of me. So they were like, because I would like talk down or whatever I was doing, right? And she decided to comment on that Gabby Petito post, like the big post, and she goes, "We need to teach our sons to be better. My daughter dated this kid in high school and college, like." And, you know, he was just not a good guy. We need to teach our kids to be better. And people are like, yo, were you talking about Matt Lepore? Doxed me on fucking Facebook. Bro, I was getting, like, threats in my DMs for, like, a week.
way.
I almost had to, like, shut my shit down. So that was my first real thing of getting canceled. quote
Wow.
unquote. Yeah.
So you are just a big piece of shit, huh?
Apparently, dude.
I don't know why I came on this podcast.
Yeah, it's just the shitty
I gotta
cancellation podcast.
Jeez,
dude.
oh man. Has everyone that's come on been canceled? Is that how this podcast
Not
works?
a single one.
Okay.
No. I'm just no. I usually try to stay away from politics and stuff like that, but I mean, and the other thing too is like also one thing that I will do is people have noticed it too. If I'm wrong, I will literally point at myself and go moron and then put the real thing up.
Yeah.
So like one of the first podcasts I did, Became a Manor. I said two people died because it was hearsay because I was hearing about it. People were showing things. Completely false.
Yeah.
Because I'll fact check everything as I go through when I edit, and I literally pointed at myself. I said, "Fucking idiot," in words with like a line pointed to my head, and I put like the real thing up from like I'm like, oh. So, if I'm ever wrong, I'll correct myself first, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. At least you're a man that can, take it.
I can take it.
Oh, I know you can.
Yo. So let me ask you a question. With all your friends, everything like that, when you guys go out, is there a level of susness that you guys have? Or is it just Creekside? Or my friends?
Oh no, at Creekside it's like questioning sexuality, but with my good friends, like my boys, we got the boys group chat. It used to be more, in like high school and stuff.
Yeah.
And then you go to college and you're like, all right, let's, kind of mature up a little bit.
Really?
So, I mean, there's still some of it, but it's not like as bad as it was.
I guess that's fair.
There will never not be susness. There will always be a level of susness, no matter, I don't care how old you are. You and your boys, you're always going to,
Yeah, you should be able to beat me from the back and it'll be fine.
Exactly.
What?
Who said that? Cut that.
No, but dude, it is funny because there was this one thing where it was like this guy on TikTok. He's like meeting your homie's boy, right? Whatever it is. And he's like, the dude leaves and it's like a cinematic scene. He goes, "Yo, what's your name? What's your name, bro? What's going on?
Yeah.
Do you like football? Yeah, I like football. Yada yada." He goes, "Now here's the real question.
Yeah.
Do you like being sus with the homies?" And he turns and he goes, "Absolutely." He goes, "Did we just become best friends?" And he goes, "Absolutely, we did." And they grabbed each other's butts.
Thanks, Matt.
What did you, so let me ask you a question. What did you expect when you were gonna come on here today?
I didn't know. I figured it was just gonna be like questions about Temple, what's your plan after. It's always be a barrage of things.
Yeah.
So
Did you ever think about following your mom's footsteps?
No, actually.
Really?
No. The whole doctor thing never really appealed to me.
Really?
Like the extra school, and I get it. They make like a lot of dough, but 4 years was enough.
Yeah.
My roommate is a nursing major. His dad is an anesthesiologist, and he wants to do the same exact thing. His dad makes bank, so he's gonna make bank. But he's got to take 4 more years of school, and he failed his freshman year.
What?
So he's got like 5 more years of school left to do.
Dude.
Yeah. And it's like I couldn't imagine going so you're kindergarten to 8th grade.
Yeah.
That's 8 years.
Yeah.
And you're high school. That's 4 years.
Yeah.
Like high school and college is supposed to be another 8 years.
8
right?
years.
So
yeah.
it's supposed to be 16 years. Can you imagine adding 4 more years onto that?
No, I don't.
No.
I couldn't imagine.
Yeah. Like I'm so over school, man.
I don't know how people do it. Like, there's people who do law school.
Yeah.
They'll do their 4 there. Then they'll go to law school, and then they'll look for like a different thing. So they're in school for I think it's 8 or 9 years, whatever it is. They did.
It's
pass
absurd.
The bar. Yeah.
And a lot of my friends are going to be getting very good jobs once they're done. But a lot of my boys have so much more school after this, and it's like that blows. Because my other roommate and one of my best friends from growing up, he's got more school because he's trying to do what my mom's doing. Yeah, and it's just like that sucks.
I don't know, man. Although I will admit, your mom did fix my back.
Yeah,
That I'm glad.
Shout out my mom.
Dude, I love that woman.
Yeah,
I
she loves you.
Dude,
she loves you and your brother. You both.
Jason's amazing.
Yeah.
That kid is. I'm telling you, mark my words. That kid's gonna be something wild when he's older.
Yeah.
He's so fucking smart.
He was telling her all about because he's going to school for that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was telling her how he was doing in his classes and stuff, and I was like, oh, how cute.
Dude, he's a fucking.
He's a
stud,
great
dude.
kid.
He is
a great brother,
kid, dude. I really genuinely am proud of that kid. He is awesome. But dude, your mom, I need you to understand. Right now, I probably weigh 317, 318.
Mm-hmm.
She was picking my leg up at 7 a.m. and pulling me around. And she was sweating, and I'm like, Maria, are you good? She goes, "We're gonna fix you, Matt. We're gonna fix you," because I couldn't walk, dude.
Yeah.
I was a mess.
Yeah,
dude. Came out of that thing, man. Your mom.
the amount of people I have either my mom has let them intern with her, or she's treated them. Random people that I'll see out at a bar that I haven't seen in 4 years.
Yeah,
dude, your mom. I'm like, yeah, here we go again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, she is so good to the point where the guy that I'm sorry, John, I don't know if you're gonna see this or not, but to the point where the guy that owns it was working with me at first, and I was like, no, I don't like this.
Yeah,
I'd rather have Maria. Move my entire schedule to work with her.
Yeah, my listen, she takes it very serious. She's great at it. She knows we make fun of my mom because she is just she's so like aloof and kind of out, like, you know what I mean? Like her personality.
Yeah.
She's so out there, and she has like no street smarts. But when it comes to that job, I've never met someone smarter in a profession.
Dude, I would agree.
She knows every single thing down to the last minute detail. It is absurd.
Dude, you know how many people that I know that are working in kinesiology or whatever it is, or
you know how hard that is to memorize all that and like realize what something is. Like, so I can't believe this stuff that she knows.
Jason does that, and he's like talking to me, and I'm like, brother, you lost me like an hour ago.
Yeah, you lost me 2 words in.
And it blows my mind. And she genuinely, dude. And like, not to talk about your mom, like you're on here, but like, she is fantastic.
Oh,
she is amazing.
She's the best.
She's
the best. Yeah.
Show me another person better.
I love my mom. I love
your mom too.
Yeah, she's a good lady.
She is a good lady, dude. Yeah. Is it weird like that your mom is like this like amazing person, and then you hear things about her and you're like, let's talk about me instead of my mom.
Yeah, guys, come on. This podcast is about me today.
It's about me
today. It's about me.
Oh God.
Yeah, no. Yeah, but it's just funny when people will come up and be like, "Oh, your mom completely fixed whatever body part," or you know, I was shadowing your mom for a month and she's awesome. You know, I love that.
Yeah, it is. Cool,
I love that.
It is, and I mean, especially from the son standpoint.
Yeah,
it's like my mom is a pillar of a community where like she truly is doing nothing but helping people.
Yeah. Literally,
like
she's fixing you people.
Yeah, no, like, but it's gotta be cool because I mean, like at some level, it's like, yo, my mom's kind of, and maybe this might be a stretch, but it's kind of like a hero, you know? It's like she's actually putting people back. Like, dude, I couldn't walk.
Yeah,
I was messed up.
It was that bad.
It was that bad.
She put you back together, man. All 300 pounds of you.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh man, I need you to picture your mom just shaking.
Oh yeah, bro.
Like.
And it's so funny too because like if my friends, you know, have something wrong with them, like they'll go to my mom and then they'll, you know, do the whole, "Oh, dude, your mom was filling me up today" type thing. I'm like, come on. Yeah, it's like that. It's like, damn it.
See, the thing is, now that I got to know your mom, I wouldn't do that too.
Yeah.
She's just
well, they all know my mom better than probably you do, and they still do it.
I don't know. Maybe I have a respect for that.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, I appreciate you respecting my mom like that.
Yeah, no, she's cool. Yeah. She's a very nice lady.
Yeah.
So, talking about the Knicks, all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. What
What is the time frame that this could work out?
Probably around January.
Oh shit.
Yeah, January, February. I don't know if I'd have to move up there, like immediately.
How far is that from here?
I mean, Madison Square Garden. It's probably like 3 hours.
3 hours.
Or like, yeah. I would say probably around 3 hours.
Okay.
Because I mean, it's right dead center in the middle of, you know, it's right near Times Square. Yeah. So it's a little tourist trap.
Does that make you nervous?
A little bit. If I had to, you know, move into a different area, you don't know anyone. You know, it's different. Have you only lived
in this area?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I grew up with the people I grew up with. I have all my high school friends still. It's like I met a lot of really good friends in college, but, you know, I feel like guys kind of, I don't know if it was different for you. Like, my boys from high school were my boys for life.
That's the same thing with me.
Yeah. Like, I don't get me wrong. Met so many awesome people at college, and I'll be friends with them, obviously, but, you know, it was just kind of that connection.
Yeah.
That you know.
Especially when you live in the same area.
Exactly. You know, you grow up with a bunch of them, and then you go to high school with a bunch of them, and it's like, well, how are they not going to be your best friends?
Yeah, all the cool, dangerous things you've done. Yeah.
All the sick things we did.
Oh, bro,
all the fucking gnarly things that we did back in the day.
So last question before we wrap this thing up. Believe it or not, we've almost done an hour. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, did you ever do mischief night? It's like the day before Halloween.
Yeah. If I did, it might have been just like 1 year.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, what a loser.
I know.
You didn't like throw toilet paper on the trees in your entire community?
No. You know why? Because everyone in my neighborhood like knew me.
Everyone in my neighborhood knows me.
Yeah, but you know.
Oh, dude.
I don't know. I
know it was a big thing in this area. That's why I asked.
It was. It really was. What about the? Would you get booed back in the day? Like,
yeah.
That was the best, dude.
That was so.
Like that brings me back, bro.
Dude,
like,
I know.
When I was talking about the 9 to 12-year-old age, that was
shit
like that, dude. Shit like that. I miss that so much.
You would get booed. You'd like come home from school.
I'd be like, fuck yeah, we got booed. Like,
dude, it was great because
Yeah.
and the thing is like,
who are you gonna boo next?
Who are you gonna boo
And
next?
then the neighbors would have like, we got booed like on their
Yeah, on
thing,
their
so you
door.
don't boo them, so you go to another house.
Oh,
Like
dude.
it's stuff like that, man. It was awesome.
Did you used to have like little like neighborhood parties?
Oh, like block parties and
Block
stuff?
parties?
Absolutely. The best. Block parties were awesome. All the boys would be playing football in someone's yard.
Yep.
You know, they would have like a bouncy house or
my
something. Whoa.
My bad.
No, I'm kidding.
No, I'm sorry.
We would have like a bouncy house, all the fucking food and stuff. It was awesome. Yeah. I miss those times. It's cool growing up, but it's also like, damn, I'm never going to like, I'm going to have that, but like when I'm an adult and having kids, you know, which is like a totally different experience of like that joy that you had when you got booed. You're like, oh my God. Oh my God, we got it.
It's like, oh, I got booed. Here you go, kids. Here's candy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, exactly. Like,
yeah. But dude, thank you for being on today, man.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate it. This is great. I'm glad that I actually could steal you, and now you don't have to be as jealous. Or
there we go. Yeah, I'm not going to be as mad anymore.
So, was everything you expected, or was it totally different?
I'm so happy with this.
Really?
Oh, I'm
That's
so
awesome,
happy.
dude. This is
Yeah.
great.
Yeah,
So,
it's been a good time.
for everyone out there, Vince Tulli. Now, do you have an Instagram or something that they can get a hold of?
I do. It is at Vincent_Tulli, TULLI 33.
Nice. So you guys will see it on screen, probably like sitting right on his knees. Thank you guys for listening, and Vince, dude, thank you for being on, dude. This
Absolutely.
is awesome.
Anytime.
It is cool to like talk about all this kind of stuff and have someone who
Yeah.
has like a different perspective on, working for and hopefully working for a lot of these big names.
I appreciate
in these
that.
sports teams. Dude. It's gonna be awesome, and hopefully we'll have you on again, and then when you're even bigger, and I can steal clout from you, and of course,
Yeah, I mean,
have
obviously,
you
yeah.
on.
Free tickets and stuff. No
Yeah,
biggie.
dude. But no, dude, thank you for everything. And guys, Vince Tulli, we will see you next week at 5 p.m.